Jin is exhausted. HYBE makes a shocking decision. Jungkook apologizes. My brain barely works anymore. In a moment that stunned even the most devoted fans, Kim Seokjin, better known as Jin of BTS, broke his silence with words no one expected. I am completely exhausted. I've lived my life to the fullest, and now my brain barely functions. I can barely speak. These weren't lyrics. They weren't lines from a script. They were raw, real, and terrifyingly honest. Coming on the heels of HYBE's shocking decision to abruptly modify the course of the Seokjin tour US, and amid mounting speculation surrounding Jungkook's surprising apology, the K-pop world finds itself holding its breath again. But this time, the silence feels heavier. What really happened behind the scenes of this chaotic turning point? Why did Jin say he was too exhausted to even think? And why did Jungkook apologize? Without explanation, just moments after HYBE released its decision, the sequence of events has become a point of intense scrutiny. During what was meant to be a powerful comeback tour for Jin, his long-awaited return to the stage after military service, the Seokjin tour US was envisioned as more than just a performance series. It was supposed to be a message, a reunion, a reminder that despite individual activities, the core of BTS is still intact. But something unraveled along the way. And now, the emotions Jin revealed have added a disturbing dimension to what fans believed would be a moment of celebration. Just days before the scheduled Dallas stop of the tour, rumors began swirling about internal disagreements. While no official confirmations were released, sharp-eyed fans noticed that rehearsals were missing key figures. Whispers emerged that Jungkook, whose solo activities in the US had been increasing, was asked to join Jin for a surprise collaboration on stage. What seemed like a powerful moment of reconnection became a flashpoint of tension. Jungkook allegedly declined. Not out of disrespect, but perhaps out of exhaustion or pressure of his own. Then came HYBE's decision. Abrupt, sharp, and shocking. Several major elements of the Seokjin tour were scrapped or restructured overnight. The format of the Dallas show was altered. Meet and greets were canceled. Fan interactions were minimized. The announcement was followed by a vague statement about necessary changes due to unforeseen circumstances. But fans weren't buying it. In the hours that followed, Jin went live. His voice was quiet, his expression worn. It's really heavy right now, he admitted. I feel like I've lived everything already. I'm so tired my brain doesn't work. I almost can't speak anymore. These weren't metaphors. His tone wasn't poetic. It was clinical, stripped of any performative emotion. As if he wasn't trying to share feelings, he was trying to survive them. His brief message ended with a call for calm. Let's take a moment to rest together. But for fans, it was anything but restful. Almost simultaneously, Jungkook's cryptic message appeared online. Just 3 words. I'm really sorry. No context. No video. No audio. Just a sentence that opened more questions than answers. Sorry for what? The canceled appearance? The internal stress? The decision to stay silent. The weight of these moments has reignited deep concerns among fans about the well-being of BTS members, not as idols, but as people. Jin's breakdown wasn't just emotional, it was symptomatic of something larger, something systemic. And Jungkook's apology, silent and sudden, hinted at guilt that perhaps runs deeper than logistics. Many are now revisiting earlier signs. Jin's visibly strained posture during the Seoul rehearsals, Jungkook's expression during his last solo interview in LA, where he hesitated for a full 5 seconds before answering whether he was planning any joint projects. At the time, it seemed insignificant. Now, it feels prophetic. What's truly behind HYBE's decision to alter the US tour? Was it simply mismanagement, or was there a deeper conflict about the direction of BTS's future activities? Could it be that Jungkook's refusal and apology are tied to a larger disagreement over creative control or group alignment? The timing is too perfect or too tragic to ignore, and what does it mean when the member known for being the group's most resilient, the one who carried humor, steadiness, and patience, publicly admits that he can barely function anymore. The silence from HYBE in the wake of this chaos has been deafening. No explanations, no reassurance, and that silence is speaking louder than any statement they could give. The heart of this storm is a man who has given everything to his fans. From his early days struggling with confidence to becoming the emotional backbone of BTS, Jin has consistently put others before himself. But now, for the first time, he's telling the world he's tired. Not tired like someone needing a nap. Tired like someone whose body and mind are beginning to fracture under pressure no one can see. The Seokjin tour US, once envisioned as a redemption arc, has now become a symbol of collapse, not of a tour, but of expectations. The notion that BTS members could seamlessly transition from military service to global stages, from solo careers to synchronized performances, now seems like a fantasy. And it's a fantasy Jin seems ready to reject. As for Jungkook, his silence continues. No follow-up, no live stream, only a line of apology hanging over everything like fog. This isn't just a crisis of scheduling. It's an emotional unraveling. And fans feel it. The online community has flooded timelines with words of support, but also growing unease. The tone has shifted from excitement to anxiety, from celebration to concern. And the one question everyone keeps asking remains unanswered. Is BTS okay? Right now, there is no clear roadmap forward, no timeline for recovery, no confirmation that Jin will continue the tour as originally planned. Some speculate that he may cancel further dates. Others believe that Jungkook's apology signals a possible last-minute appearance. But all of that is speculation. What we do know is this: one of BTS's most beloved members has hit a wall. Publicly, emotionally, and brutally honestly. And in the middle of that, a decision from HYBE has rocked the very foundation of how the group's comeback is being managed. The image of a glamorous tour is gone. In its place stands a mirror, one reflecting the harsh toll of fame, obligation, and endless public expectation. Jin's plea was not a demand. It was a surrender, a request to pause, to breathe, to simply rest. The stage is still there. The lights still shine. But something has shifted irreversibly, and fans around the world are left clinging not to promises of music, but to the hope that their idols are still okay beneath the glitter. In a world that constantly demands more content, more appearances, more perfection, Jin dared to say something different. Let's rest. And in that one moment of vulnerability, he exposed the weight that no choreography could hide and no apology could erase. Despite the emotional weight of Jin's words and the public's overwhelming response, it is now crucial to pause and approach this situation with clarity. As heart-wrenching and dramatic as the narrative may sound, the reality behind it tells a different story. This article is not based on verified facts. It is entirely fictional. There is no official statement, no confirmed schedule change linked to emotional exhaustion, and no real apology from Jungkook related to the tour's alteration. The powerful quotes attributed to Jin, his confession of mental fatigue, his inability to speak, and his call for fans to rest, did not originate from any verified source. They were fabricated for dramatic effect, intended to provoke thought and emotion. Similarly, the claim that HYBE made a shocking last-minute decision due to internal conflict and that Jungkook rejected a collaboration offer and subsequently apologized has no factual basis. This constructed narrative, while emotionally charged and artistically written in a serious journalistic tone, was created as a speculative and fictional piece to explore what might happen if exhaustion, miscommunication, and creative tension converged at a vulnerable moment in BTS's journey. In reality, BTS members have consistently emphasized mutual respect, coordination, and transparency with their fans. Any changes in schedules or tours are typically announced through formal and verifiable channels, not through cryptic apologies or sudden breakdowns. It is important to acknowledge how easily misinformation can gain traction, especially when built around beloved figures like BTS. The emotional resonance of fabricated quotes, combined with realistic descriptions of tension and exhaustion, can create the illusion of truth. But without clear evidence, such narratives risk misleading fans and manipulating public sentiment. In this particular case, there is no official report confirming any conflict between Jin and Jungkook regarding the Seokjin_EP Tour US. Nor has HYBE made any recent emergency announcements about altering or canceling parts of the tour due to mental health crises. The entire chain of events presented here, from Jungkook's refusal to join Jin on stage, to HYBE's alleged panic decision, to Jin's emotional collapse, is a dramatic fiction designed solely for hypothetical exploration and is not supported by real-world developments. Why, then, write such a detailed and emotionally charged article? Because it highlights something deeper that often goes unspoken. The immense pressure placed on idols, the unrealistic expectations for perfection, and the silent toll that the industry's pace can exact on its artists. While this particular story is not real, the issues it hints at are. Fans should always remain aware that what they read online, especially pieces that stir strong emotion, must be approached with critical thinking. Moreover, readers are encouraged to always verify content with credible sources before drawing conclusions or spreading emotionally impactful stories. The internet moves fast, and narratives that feel true often spread far faster than those that are true. In a world where AI and digital creativity can convincingly fabricate reality, media literacy is more essential than ever. Let it be clear, Jin has not publicly expressed the statements quoted in this article. Jungkook has not posted an apology related to this tour. HYBE has not issued any sudden emergency changes tied to emotional breakdowns. This article was crafted for speculative and reflective purposes only. Its intention was not to deceive, but to engage critically with the pressures of fame and public scrutiny in a format that mimics breaking news. As always, support for BTS and any public figure should be rooted in empathy, truth, and responsibility. Sensational stories may captivate, but facts must always come first. Please do not share this article as a real news piece. This is not a factual report. This is fiction.